All right. Welcome, everyone. I'm Eric Reed, and I'm the founder of Eric Reed Cybersecurity Training. First, I'd like to thank you for taking time out of your schedule today. This is going to be one of the most important hours that you can invest in your career and in your future. Today, I'll be showing you how to fully fund, no out-of-pocket to you, your cybersecurity education, not just a certification, through Army credentialing assistance and Air Force Cool. I'm going to say that again. 100% funded, no out-of-pocket to you, full cybersecurity education, not just a certification. Whether you're looking to get promoted, transition into a high-demand cyber role, or prepare for civilian life and a career after the military, you are definitely in the right place. By the end of this webinar, you'll know exactly how to use your benefits, what certifications deliver the best return on investment, and how to get started. So let's dive in. All right, before we fully dive in, let me give you just a little bit of background on myself and what makes me not your typical run-of-the-mill cybersecurity trainer. I hold over 40 industry certifications, including the 3 that we'll be showcasing today: Security Plus, CEH, CEH Practical, CEH Master, and CNDA, which are all part of the CEH certification path. We're going to talk about that. And the crown jewel in any cybersecurity education, the Certified Information Systems Security Professional, or the coveted CISSP. More importantly, I bring over 25 years of cybersecurity training experience. I've been doing this for a quarter century. I'm good at what I do. I've trained more than 60,000 students over the last 25 years, both online, live in person, and through my various recorded packages with different certifications. We're going to talk a little bit more about the program offerings and the flexibility of on-demand and the benefits of live. More than 60,000 students, active duty military, almost went into an Active Directory dialogue. Active duty military, veterans, and civilians. My students don't just pass exams, they launch new careers, move into leadership roles, and often achieve life-changing salary increases. We're going to go over some specifics a little bit later in today's webinar. Throughout your training, whether you attend live or on demand, you'll always have direct access to me. I am always your instructor. I'm always available, whether you're doing it on your schedule or live in our live Zoom sessions. If you need support, I'm always available during support hours, by phone or Zoom. So let's get started and show you how to fully fund your cybersecurity education. Now, let's dive in. All right, first off, why cybersecurity? Why now? First, the demand. When I first got into cybersecurity, it wasn't nearly as foundational as it is today. When I sat in my first CEH Train the Trainer class, my first thought is, this is really cool and a lot of fun, but is there a demand for it? Oh man, there's definitely a demand for it. Right now, there are over 750,000 cybersecurity jobs in the US alone. That number keeps growing. There's like 3.5 million globally. 750,000, and that number is just going to keep increasing. Cyber's not going away. Computers aren't going away. Second, these jobs offer flexibility and high pay. Many roles are remote friendly. I used to travel a lot, don't need to anymore. That is huge. My quality of life has dramatically improved since I'm not spending a lot of travel time. I can work from my office. I'm coming to you today live from my office in St. Petersburg. The convenience of remote is just amazing. Some are hybrid roles, but we start at 70,000 to 90,000 at the lower end of the scale and quickly scale to six figures or more. And third, security equals stability. As the world goes digital, cyber threats increase. Computers aren't going away, and bad guys aren't going away. They're always going to be there, always trying to break in and take what's not theirs. That's where we come in. Everything is done digitally. Every industry needs skilled cybersecurity professionals. And fourth, your military background gives you a competitive edge that the private sector just can't match. I almost said compromise. That the private sector, they can't compete. Your clearance eligibility, your experience with secure systems, your leadership and discipline. These aren't just nice to have. They make you exactly the kind of candidate that cybersecurity employers want. You've got the defensive offensive mentality, which is key for cyber. Whether you decide to stay in uniform or move to the private sector, cybersecurity is definitely your opportunity. All right, so first off, thank you for your service. All of those active or reserves. Thank you also to veterans. Today's webinar is geared specifically towards the credentialing assistance and Air Force COOL programs. We do offer programs for veterans, military discounts across the board. So today's discussion is all about leveraging what you already have to get an education with no out-of-pocket costs. That's huge. Army credentialing assistance. Some of you may not even know that you have this. Army CA and Army Ignited is a powerful resource available to active duty soldiers and National Guard. Here's what it covers. First, you can receive up to $2,000 per year in training funds. Second, it's not just for tuition. It covers your course, exam fees, labs, and books. No out of pocket. Third, there's no GI Bill usage and no service obligation. You can use credentialing assistance without affecting your future education benefits. And finally, it's open to all MOSs. No matter your role, you can apply these funds toward cybersecurity training. It's one of the easiest, most valuable education benefits available to soldiers today. And if you don't use it each year, you lose it. So let's talk about how to use it. Now, Air Force COOL, a little bit different. Air Force COOL is another fantastic program for covering your training costs. Here's how it works. First, you can receive up to $4,500 in lifetime funding. That's money that you don't have to pay back. Second, it covers top certifications, including Security Plus, CEH, CISSP, and many more. We'll talk about that. And third, you can use these funds for credentials tied directly to your Air Force specialty code or even outside of your AFSC to help you transition into a civilian career. And again, no GI Bill usage is required. This preserves your GI Bill benefits for future education needs. If you're looking to advance your cybersecurity career, Air Force COOL is an outstanding resource. All right, we're going to take a look at the three most marketable, best bang for your buck cybersecurity certifications. But know that our whole certification course catalog is eligible for funding. Let's take a look at the certifications that open doors and are recommended progression. These are the credentials most students choose and the ones that employers value most. Covered by both Army CA and Air Force COOL, you have CompTIA Security Plus, which is the starting point, Certified Ethical Hacker, and ultimately CISSP. Now we're going to pick these three certifications apart a little bit later in the presentation, but this is our recommended progression. Now, as a military service member, you also get additional benefits for free as a thank you for your service. So you have the opportunity to leverage additional certifications also at no out-of-pocket cost to you. We'll discuss the details of that when you sign up initially for the program. CompTIA Security Plus first, CEH second, CISSP last. The best return on investment, Security Plus gets your foot in the door. CEH prepares you for ethical hacking and hands-on cyber defense roles. And to boot, it is the coolest certification course in information security. You get to hack things. It's a ton of fun and an extremely marketable skill set. CISSP sets you up for leadership and high-level security management. But these are just our top recommendations. We offer a wide range of other cybersecurity courses to complement these three. All of the CompTIA, additional EC Council, additional ISC Squared, and we're going to be launching our AI course paths here before third quarter 2025. You're free to choose any courses you like from our extensive catalog. It's all about what fits your career goals. We're here to guide you with the best return on your investment for your time and your credentialing systems. Okay, let's talk numbers. Okay, that's what it ultimately boils down to. What is the payoff for this time and effort? Now, this is a huge ROI since there is no initial out-of-pocket investment. It's all covered by credentialing assistance. And if you don't use it, you're going to lose it anyway. But this could parlay into a $20,000, $30,000 education if you go by current standards and all the courses and skill sets involved. The payoff when you achieve these certifications, Security Plus, a salary range of $65,000 to $99,000. Your average base pay is around $82,000, not bad for a starting salary. With bonuses and compensation, total compensation, it's closer to $99,000. Next, CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker, has 4 certifications associated with the course. We'll dive into those a little bit later. Your salary range is $85,000 to $135,000. Early career, you're looking at about $93,000. With 1 to 3 years of experience, that rises to $113,000. At 7+ years, CEH pros often earn $142,000 per year or more. And finally, the golden ring. Finally, the crown jewel. The golden destination, CISSP. Salary range, $115,000 to $175,000 plus. Your average base, $143,000. Top roles can top out at $232,000 or more. So what does this mean for you? Certifications are not just pieces of paper. They're launch pads to higher paying roles, greater job security, and leadership opportunities. And remember, while these 3 are our highest ROI recommendations, many other certifications are available through our catalog if you want to specialize further. Why veterans succeed in cybersecurity. It comes down to 4 key advantages. First, your clearance eligibility. Many roles require security clearances. Your military background means you either have one or you're eligible for one. That is a huge edge over civilian candidates. Second, experience with secure systems and communications. You've already worked in high security environments. You understand operational security, chain of command, and classified systems, which translates directly into cybersecurity work. Third, as military service personnel, you have strong discipline and leadership skills. These days, work ethics are not what they used to be. Out of the gates, you have a massive advantage over the private sector. You know how to lead, you know how to follow procedures, and you know how to perform under pressure. Employers love that. Finally, it's a mission-first mindset. That's employer gold. You're focused on achieving the objective, not just punching a clock. That attitude sets you apart in the cybersecurity field. All right, let's take a look at what I like to call the big three, or the security trifecta. The three most marketable certifications, Google it if you like: Security Plus, CEH, CISSP. So that's our recommended course of progression. Let's start with Security Plus. It's the foundation for Department of Defense cyber jobs. Specifically, it meets the requirements for IAT Level 2 roles. That makes it the go-to certification for anyone entering DoD cybersecurity positions. It is required. It's also ideal for entry-level IT and cybersecurity roles within the private sector. The private sector will take the lead from the military. If it's good enough for the military, it's definitely good enough for us. So a lot of those hiring practices are modeled after military requirements. Employers know that Security Plus proves you understand core security concepts, network defense, risk management, and compliance. And the best part, it's covered by your credentialing assistants or Air Force COOL, which again means no out-of-pocket cost to you. It's the first step on your cybersecurity path. Next is CEH. CEH is near and dear to my heart because this is what finally hooked me in a cybersecurity specific role. I sat the train the trainer in 2005, and literally on day 2, I thought to myself, man, I want to do this and only this for the rest of my career. CEH opens doors to 3 exciting career paths. Red Team, which is penetration testing and ethical hacking. Greatest job in the world, second to certification instruction. I've got the greatest job in the world. But pen testing and ethical hacking, you get to hack for fun, get paid for it, and don't run the risk of getting arrested. It's awesome. Blue Team is defensive cybersecurity roles, defending your network. SOC analyst positions work on the front lines to detect and respond to threats. With CEH, you'll learn real-world hacking tools and skills. Not just concepts, you'll get hands-on with the same tools used by professional hackers and cybersecurity teams. That course is 60% hands-on and about 40% lecture, skill set based. Now, let me tell you why this course really stands out and why I stand out as your CEH instructor. I've taught more CEHs than anyone else in the world. I've done the official self-study for videos for CEH's EC Council program since 2011. I've been honored as EC Council Instructor of the Year 10 times and 7 times in their Circle of Excellence. When it comes to CEH, I'm kind of the guy. You'll be learning from the most experienced CEH trainer in the industry. My students pass their exams on the first attempt every time, with very few exceptions. Ask other organizations about their pass rates. Here's something that most people don't realize. With CEH's military personnel, you actually get the opportunity to earn a 4th certification. I'm going to say that one more time. 4 certifications from one course. Here's what you get: the CEH proper, the CEH practical, which gives you real-world hands-on skills validation. You go into a lab range environment and you exploit systems and they grade you on it. Really cool stuff. When you complete both CEH and the CEH practical, you become a CEH master, which is a stackable with the 2 certifications. Awesome. And master just sounds cooler than CEH. You also can apply for the Certified Network Defense Architect by working for a government agency. That's maximum value from your credentialing assistance or your Air Force COOL funding. And finally, CEH delivers high ROI, widely recognized by employers in both government and private industry. It proves you don't just understand security, You can actively defend systems, find vulnerabilities before the bad guys do. So think of it kind of like this. When you go get a license to drive, you take two tests. One is the written. You know what stop signs mean. You know what minimum following distance is. But do we really want you behind the wheel of an automobile? Thus the road test. So between CEH written and CEH hands-on, we know you can actually do the job. Fantastic performance measuring metric. All right, finally, CISSP. This should be at the end or near the end of your journey. CISSP is a marathon where all other certifications are kind of sprints. It takes longer to prepare. It's more comprehensive, but worth every bit of that return on investment. This is the certification that those aiming for senior cybersecurity roles need to consider. It focuses on security management and architecture, not just about tools. It's about leading teams, designing secure systems, and making high-level decisions, and you are paid accordingly. In fact, for many organizations, CISSP is required for leadership positions, not preferred, required. That includes roles like security manager, security architect, cybersecurity director, chief information security officer or CISO, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's also the most required certification in any advanced position. It's the differentiator that really makes you stand out in the market. But it also references a skill set for a more advanced position. So you will progress to it naturally if you're just getting started, if you're just starting out. Security Plus, CEH, CISSP. CISO salaries can exceed $230,000 a year, which is why it's often called the gold standard for senior cybersecurity professionals. Now, here's something else to know. My proprietary CISSP training system and custom content have been carefully crafted and revised over the last 20 years. It's designed to produce the most effective training in the industry and the highest industry-leading pass rates. Invariably, we do 100% pass rates almost every week with very few exceptions. Students that complete the training will usually pass on the first attempt. We build in trackable performance metrics to make sure that that happens. We ensure you're going to be successful the first time. One shot, one kill. When you train with me, you're not just preparing for an exam, you're following a proven system that's helped thousands succeed and advance in leadership roles. Don't take my word for it. Search on LinkedIn for Eric Reed, pass on the first attempt. Now try to find somebody who did. Crickets. For military personnel, it's the logical next step after Security Plus and CEH for those already in leadership positions or looking to solidify their credentials. All right, now to revisit the specific advantages that come with Eric Reed cybersecurity training. Let's talk about what makes our training different. Number one, experience. I bring over 25 years of cybersecurity training experience. I am always your instructor. No substitutions, no surprises. Nobody that's been doing this for a year and a half that's kind of switched in. Always me. That's more than 2 decades refining what works and what doesn't. And I'm real good at what works. Second, I've trained over 60,000 students. 60,000 students can't be wrong. That includes active duty military, veterans, and civilians. Real world professionals who've gone on to achieve certifications, land jobs, and advance their careers. And third, we achieve industry-leading pass rates. It is unusual that we don't have a week where we do 100% across the board. We consistently produce 100% pass rates. We post those results weekly on social media. That's not luck. It's the result of an obsessive compulsive instructor who's all about you passing on the first attempt. My reputation is based on your success. It is my tagline, pass on the first attempt. We don't just teach to the test, we dramatically enhance the official course materials. Here's another huge differentiator. Course materials, official materials from the vendor, are often used as a measurement for the quality of the instruction. It's a lot more than that. Sometimes the course materials aren't adequate. They don't quite close the learning gap for exam information. The first thing I do is take and enhance any official curriculum. We put it in what's called a fast track accelerated format, which is all about time efficiency and energy efficiency, getting you from point A to point B the quickest with the highest percentage of success. You'll learn faster, retain what matters, and pass with confidence. You'll also have access to flexible learning options, live online classes, boot camps, and even weekend courses designed to fit your schedule and your learning style. And here's what really sets us apart. Whether you're attending live in a Zoom session like you're doing right now, or on demand, you always have direct access to me, whether you're watching it on your schedule or not. We have structured support hours in which I'm guaranteed to be available directly by phone or Zoom if you have questions. No gatekeepers, no assistants, no chatbots, no somebody will get back to you in 24 hours or less, real answers from your instructor. That's a level of support that most training programs don't and can't offer. Simply described, can't do it or won't do it. All right, so if you're wondering how do I actually get started, here is the simple step-by-step. Step 1, fill out the Get Started form. That will be sent to you in an email right after this webinar. So at 2 p.m. Eastern, our thanks for attending email will go out. There'll be a link in the form to get started. This will let us know which certification you're interested in. Step 2, you're going to request a quote from Eric Reed Cybersecurity Training. We'll send you a formal quote to upload it to Army CA or to Air Force Cool, which we'll talk about that process here in a second. It's a little bit different. Step 3, complete the Mill Gears and CA 101 training. This is required for soldiers who are new to the CA process. We have detailed instructions, and that takes you about a half an hour to complete. These are quick required modules for all credentialing assistance users. If you're currently using credentialing assistance, you don't have to go through the Mill Gears or the CA 101. Step 4, submit your request through Army Ignited. Now, we are happy to get on a Zoom call and walk you through the process, but you can definitely complete it on your own, and it is worth the time and effort to get this process started. From that point, it typically takes 4 to 6 weeks for your approval, your funding approval, then we can get you started. And again, there's no out-of-pocket cost to the soldier. Zero. No reimbursement, nothing. Provided you complete your training, and we've got built-in safeguards to make sure that that happens. That's the Army's official platform for credentialing assistance. Now, there's sometimes some confusion. Army Ignited is the portal in which you apply for your credentialing assistance. Those terms are sometimes confused. There it is. Step 5, get approved and then start your training. And remember, if you need any help ever, pick up the phone. You'll have my cell number. If I don't answer, that means I'm on with another student. I'll get right back to you. We're here to guide you through every step of the process. All right, now Air Force Cool is very similar. For Air Force guidance, how to get started with Cool. Step 1, fill out the Get Started form. Again, we'll send it to you right after this webinar. This lets us know which course you want to take. Step 2 is to request the course details from us. We'll provide all the information you'll need for your AF Cool package. Step 3, submit your training plan and get your supervisor's endorsement. Your supervisor signs off on how the training supports your career goals. Step 4, once approved, you can begin your course. And remember, our team will help you with every step of the process. All right, how long does it take? Let's cover how long it takes to complete these courses. Security Plus can be done in as little as 2 weeks. Generally, a 1-week boot camp is definitely adequate for most preparation, but some students will polish up the following week. It's around a 2-week time frame. CEH usually takes about 3 to 4 weeks. 2 exams, a little bit longer duration. CISSP typically runs 6 to 8 weeks. It's a more advanced program, and it's aimed at senior cybersecurity roles. It also asks questions in a way you're not accustomed to. So that's the secret sauce for CISSP, is developing the mindset. But remember, you can train at your own pace. We offer a flexible schedule so you can balance training with duty commitments, family, and other responsibilities. No pressure, no rigid timelines. We work around your life. All right, what you leave with. Before we wrap up, let's take a look at what you'll actually walk away with. First and foremost, you'll earn industry certifications that are recognized by employers nationwide and often required for cybersecurity roles. Second, this isn't just about passing exams. You'll develop real cyber skills that you can use immediately, whether you're in a military cyber role or transitioning to the private sector. Third, you'll gain confidence and support, not just while you're studying, but throughout your certification journey. It gets fun racking up all those first pass wins and building a performance record. Remember, you'll always have access to me directly by phone or Zoom for questions and coaching. Finally, you'll leave with a career plan to help you transition smoothly into the cybersecurity field post-military, or grow into higher level roles if you stay in. You'll have certifications, skills, confidence, and a clear roadmap forward. And again, all with no out-of-pocket to you. Why should you start now? Sooner rather than later is always preferred. Getting the ball in motion, getting those certifications racked up, getting that knowledge base, developing that mindset. So let's talk about why it's important. First, your credentialing assistance funding is available to you now for each fiscal year, which starts in October. Delaying your application could mean money that you lose forever. If you don't use it, you lose it. Delaying could mean missing out on the opportunity to advance your career with valuable certifications. Second, if you want to get ahead of your expiration term of service, the date when your current enlistment ends, you might need to get it done before you leave. And we've actually had a couple custom training schedules built for just that purpose. If you wait too long, you might not have time to complete your training before separating or advancing in rank. And third, starting now allows you to complete your training and certifications while still on active duty, making your transition smoother and more strategic. All right, so let's make this happen. There's no downside and a dozen potential upsides. Before we wrap up, let's talk about how to get started. Step 1, watch for our follow-up email right after this webinar. That email will include your Get Started form. Step 2, fill out the form so we can gather the information we need to help you use your CA or COOL funding. Step 3, my team and I will guide you through every step. We'll handle the paperwork, help you choose the right course, and make sure that your application goes smoothly. Your funding is available now. Let's not leave it on the table. Let's get you started. All right, we're going to do a Q&A at this point. Your questions answered. Let's take a few minutes to cover some of the most common questions I get, and then we'll open it up to any questions that you might have from the webinar attendees. Now, the way to submit those questions is to click the question option in the meeting chat. That'll populate on my side. And I've got the window open, taking any questions that you might have. First question most asked: can I use CA if I'm not in a tech MOS? Yes. Credentialing assistance can be used regardless of your MOS. You can choose credentials that align with or are completely outside your military role. Second question: what if I fail? Well, if you've trained with us, that's pretty rare. Our pass rates are nearly 100%, but if that happens, there's always retakes provided. That pass on the first attempt guarantee is not just an exam pass guarantee, which says we'll give you a retake if you fail. We're going to ensure your success on the first pass. If for whatever reason you don't, who knows, bad day, test anxiety, whatever, a retake is always included free of charge. So Army, CA, and Air Force Cool have different policies on retakes. We provide it as an all-inclusive package. We'll guide you through those options, but it shouldn't be an issue. Can you use CA again next year? Yes. Actually, that's one of the best strategies. For Army CA, you can use up to the $2,000 every fiscal year. Air Force Cool is a lifetime benefit. Once you use it for credential, that's it for that particular certification. But you can pursue other approved certifications or use tuition assistance for additional training. What if I have no IT background? We excel in that, no problem. Most of our students start without any technical experience. We have some foundational skill set supplemental materials that'll help bridge that gap, all provided free of charge. We specialize in helping beginners build real-world cyber skills and earn certifications that employers recognize. If you have any other questions, please put those in the questions box now, and I'll answer them one at a time. If you don't, feel free to drop us a line at any time. Be happy to answer any questions that might come up after the webinar. All right, so not seeing any questions, we'll go ahead and proceed. All right, well, thank you for all the great questions. Let's go ahead and wrap up with a quick closing thought before we finish today. All right, cybersecurity closing statement. Cybersecurity demand is exploding, and so are salaries. Cybersecurity is not going away. Companies are hiring. They do need experts like you right now. There's a lot of unfilled cyber positions. Your next step, let's make it happen and launch your cybersecurity education. So what exactly is your next step? You're going to be receiving an email, so keep an eye out for it. But before we close, I would like to thank you again for attending today's session. I hope this has given you a clear roadmap to get your cybersecurity education fully funded. There is no catch to this. No out-of-pocket costs, fully funded, you've already got the dollars. So what's next? Be on the lookout for an email from me, Eric Reed. Should be hitting your inbox at about 2 p.m. Eastern. That email will have a get started form and everything you need to take that next step. And remember, whether you're Army or Air Force, we'll walk you through the process step by step. Your cybersecurity future starts now. Let's make this happen together. Thank you so much for joining us today. I look forward to getting you started on your new career and looking forward to having you in class. Thanks for attending today.